Hey guys, I got a couple questions for you. Are you interested in seeing fitness related videos from me, or do you want me to stick to just philosophy? Like, do you want to see an update on my weight gain progress, or if I set a new deadlift record in the gym, do you want to see that, or do you want me to save that crap for Facebook? So let me know down in the comment section. But today I want to talk about this new diet I've been looking at. It's called Paleo. First time I heard of it, it was associated with CrossFit, and I really entirely dismissed it. But now one of my cousins who has more degrees than I can count is really into Paleo, so I figured I'd give it another look. His name's Dr. Hill, and if you want to hear some more accurate information than I'm going to give you today, you should probably watch his videos instead of mine. So one of the reasons I'm interested in looking at it is because one of the claims that people who advocate Paleo often make is that it can cure acid reflux. And I have acid reflux and take medication for it, omeprazole, daily, and I really want to get off of it. I don't think taking medication, especially daily, for the rest of your life is going to be a healthy option. So I will entertain some home remedy for it and see if I can get off of this illness. That'd be awesome. So the oversimplified explanation that a lot of paleo advocates give as to why we have acid reflux is because we eat grain. I'll give a more robust explanation for it in a minute. But that explanation, the simple version of it, really appealed to me because in my experience, eating white bread and eating chocolate chip cookies make my acid reflux way worse than normal. So it would make sense to me that those type of grains would be the cause of it. So I'll entertain their explanation. Maybe they're onto something. I'm going to give a brief explanation of how I understand paleo. It's probably going to be a little rudimentary. But essentially they argue there's three types of foods that people have a hard time digesting. You have grains. I guess glucose would be the poster boy for that one. A lot of people are sensitive or completely intolerant to it. You have dairy. Again, lactose would be the poster boy there. A lot of people are sensitive or intolerant to that as well. And lastly, legumes, which are like beans, peas, and peanuts. And beans are actually famous for making people bloated, so there's a good reason to think that we actually do, or at least a lot of us, have trouble digesting those types of foods, and therefore if we avoided them we'd probably be healthier than not. Now, me personally, I don't feel like I have any type of problem digesting dairy, and I really like dairy and cheeses and milk and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to be giving that up unless somebody can convince me that I should. But the paleo argument against grains and legumes is a lot stronger. So let's take a look at their line of reasoning there. When it comes to grains, there's not much debate that white bread is not good for you. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be really an issue. However, your whole grains and your brown rices and your normal rice and all that kind of stuff, a lot of people think those are healthy. And I've been in that camp before, and I actually like all those foods. So I can see the hesitation to stop, or the resistance to avoiding eating those foods entirely. But one thing they all have in common, all those foods have in common, is that they have phytic acid in them, which is easy for animals that have 4 stomachs to digest, but humans have a bit more trouble with it. And it actually, not only is it not usable by you, but it actually binds with other minerals like magnesium and zinc, so that would make it harder for you to act sort of like an antivitamin in your system. So the paleo solution is just to avoid eating those objects entirely, just to avoid the taking in phytic acid. But I'm a little bit hesitant to go that far. I think the reason phytic acid is more of a problem now than it used to be is because we prepare our food a lot differently. For example, sourdough goes through a fermentation process. So sourdough bread has a lot less phytic acid than the quick rise breads or your instant oatmeals or your cereals or anything that you might find now that we process. So the cooking process can eliminate some of that phytic acid. I know the ideal solution would probably be just to avoid eating it entirely, but I really don't want to be giving up on brown rice and beans. Those are really cheap, they're really easy to make, and those are consistent with my weight gain and muscle building goals. So I really don't want to give those things up. I was looking into some ways of cooking it to reduce the phytic acid, so I feel like if I still eat brown rice and still eat all kinds of beans. As long as I prepare it by a special way, I might be alright. So essentially seeds have a coating on them that prevents them from sprouting too early, and that's the acid, the phytic acid, that we have a really hard time digesting. So if you soak it in water with some kind of lemon juice or maybe apple cider vinegar or something for several hours before you cook it, then it's going to reduce a lot of that phytic acid. So I think I'm going to cheat on the legumes portion as long as I prepare it the proper way, and brown rice as well, make an exception for that. But besides that, and keeping with dairy, so I'm going to not be a very good paleo participant, but I am going to be cutting out grains with the exception of brown rice entirely, and preparing some of my food a little bit differently. And hopefully we'll see some change in the acid reflux there, or maybe some feeling better or something like that. I'll keep you guys posted on the updates if you're interested in that. But essentially, I've already given up in trying to eat healthier in the past, have given up on fast food and sodas and anything from a vending machine, instant oatmeals, Pop-Tarts, all that kind of stuff. But now, in addition, I'm going to be giving up grains with the exception of brown rice entirely. So no more sub rolls, no more cereal, and I eat a lot of cereal. No more pizza, that's a big one for me too. No more cookies, no more cakes, no more pasta, that was a big one for me too. So getting rid of those handful of things and seeing if it actually does my body any better, and if I'm able to shake acid reflux, I will surely let you guys know. So let me know your opinions. What do you think about this goal? Is it worthwhile? It's definitely going to require a lot more cooking involved. Oh, one of my cousin actually came up with a cookbook as well. So there's a couple recipes in there that allow you to use almond flour and things like that, so you can still make your occasional waffles or muffins or whatever. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a big change for me. Huge change in the diet. I'm still going to be lifting about 5 times a week, 5 or 6 times a week, and eating a lot of food. It's just going to require a lot more cooking at home and a lot more time. I need to get a schedule and get some food preparation times guaranteed, so I don't. On this diet, it's really hard to have things lying around the house to eat. So I feel like I need to be on my game and have stuff prepared for when I get hungry or when I'm running low on time. So let me know what you guys think. Is it a worthwhile investment in time? You guys considering doing anything similar? Or have you already had an experience with paleo? Just let me know. And as always, test everything. Hold on to the good.